Slam Dunk champs. Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. So Detroit will get the first possession. Now here's Cunningham. Hardaway from outside. Sinks the tray. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team. Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Thanks for that, Allie. Picked by Isaac. To the paint. And the dunk by Isaac.
And in that two-man action there, Isaac's someone you need to track. I mean, he is really dangerous after rolling off the pick.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Detroit shooting their first free throw this game. And Brent, two of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Ausar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Ausar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Pass to Harris. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Here's Cunningham. He's guarded by Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Going inside. Pass to Isaac. Doesn't go for him. Cunningham with some nice D. Now here's Duren. And here's Harris. Outside Hardaway. Out to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Back to Hardaway. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Substitution. Number 5, Malik.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Anthony in the post. Pass to Caldwell Pope. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Duren. Back to Hardaway. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Isaac. Soft touch off the glass.
Inside the paint, Isaac is a pro, using his size to get himself a high percentage look.
Harris on the wing. This one for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brett, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Now here's Anthony. No made baskets yet. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Harris. Clock at 6. Cunningham outside. Out to Harris. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando with the ball. Anthony misses. Duren with it. It's stolen by Isaac. Back to Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Such a selfless guy. Caldwell Pope's focus on the floor is on the team's success.
Pass to Harris. To the inside. Duren puts the move on. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Duren. Back to Anthony. Five on the clock. Inside. The Magic need to put one up here. Here's Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Detroit. Outside Hardaway. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Anthony. Pass to Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Caldwell Pope gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, Caldwell Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
Cunningham outside. Jonathan Isaac, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Orlando. 8 points in the
Pistons, 12.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Magic leading by 3. To the wing on the left. Here's De Silva. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just 1 game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Natase with a screen. Here's Black. The 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 4. Pass to Duren. It's rebounded by Banchero. Here's Orlando. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Cade on the move. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Left side, Hardaway. Here's Duren. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Here's Black. Still no points. Pass to Joseph. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Black. 3-pointer. Duren with the rebound. Now Cunningham. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. He nails it, and we're tied.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Pistons on offense. Pass to Duren. And that one hits the back iron.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And that one's good. Joseph. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And here's Cunningham. And here's Harris. Guarded by Banchero. And there's a 3-second violation. Orlando leading by 4. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
And now he's gone streaking where 1 leads to 2, which leads to 3. That's big trouble for the defense.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Black. Anthony right side. And stolen by Beasley. And now the Pistons in transition. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. Duren. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Isaac in the post. 10 points for him. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Hardaway. Out to Thompson. The steal. Left side Carter. Lays it up and banks it in. Carter's got his first points of the game.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Pass to Harris. It's stolen by Isaac. And there's the call on Jalen Duren. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Carter inside. Here's De Silva. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Cunningham. Drives to the hoop.
This is such a great use of his ball handling skills and size as Cunningham makes a nice play.
Orlando leading by 3. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Picked by Isaac. Here's Black. Down low. Out to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Pass to De Silva. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Detroit ball. Now in the lineup for your Magic. Number 5, Paolo Banchero.
Here's Cunningham. Here he goes. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Magic out in front, up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. Out to Beasley. Here's the 3. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist.
And he can be pretty consistent out there, so the defense is going to have to force Beasley off the line.
To the inside. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Schroeder.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Orlando leading by 3. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Right wing. Here's Fontecchio.
Some shrewd defense there by KCP, using solid footwork to stay on the shooter.
Pass to Fontecchio. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Wendell Carter. Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And he's good on the second. Now here's Anthony. To the middle. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony in the post. Stolen by Schroeder. Here's Stewart. For the tie. And that's 2 points on the layup. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with an aggressive play.
Here's Anthony. Pass to De Silva. Back to Anthony. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Now here's Anthony. Over Schroeder. Orlando again missing. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Out to Beasley. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Holland. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Holland's got his first bucket in this one.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Black. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for. And Cade Cunningham has his fingerprints all over sequences like that.
Pass to Batadze. And again, unable to change momentum here. Detroit leading by 4. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
To the paint. Here's Isaac. The Pistons clear it. Thompson scanning the floor. He takes it in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce. They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Duren. 5 to shoot. Out to Thompson. The three is up. Cunningham outside. Takes a three. That one no good. Magic trail by 8. Here's Batase. And the layup is good off the glass.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Cunningham outside. Lets it go. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Batase. There's 42 seconds left in the third. Pass to Black. Inside. Kicks it out to Isaac. Back to Batase. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 4-point Detroit lead.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Substitution on the board.
Wagner with it. He's scoreless. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game now. Free throw good. Wagner. And both free throws good for Wagner.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Schroeder into the lane. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Black. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Pistons ahead. They're up by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. The Pistons leading. On the attack, Schroeder played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Here's Black, and it's blocked.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your Magic. Jonathan Isaac.
Right side, Schroeder. Beasley for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's Anthony. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Stewart. The Pistons lead by 4. Pass to Beasley. Outside Schroeder. Here's Stewart. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. And so Anthony will bring it up for Orlando. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And KCP right now just not backing down.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Orlando with the ball. They trail by 1. Kicks it out to Wagner. Outside, Caldwell Pope to take the lead. On the wing, Anthony. Back to Caldwell Pope.
Hey, yo, right here.
Clock at 6. Wagner outside. Second chance effort. Nice jump shot. And the Magic lead by 1.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
I'll take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking. He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Banchero the screen. Puts it up. The rebound by Stewart. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Pass to Thompson. Harris on the wing. Now Duren. Cunningham outside. Right side Hardaway. From 13 to 3, here's Harris. Again the miss by the Pistons. Here's Banchero. Banchero from close range.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Pass to Duren. Here's Harris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Banchero.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
So reliable with the ball in his hands. Caldwell Pope wanted that shot, and he got it.
For 3, Hardaway. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Tries again. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. Caldwell Pope's got 7 now in this quarter.
Such a heady offensive player. Once KCP gets a couple to fall, he stays aggressive. You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
Anthony outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Unloads. And he knocks the jumper down. Caldwell Pope's got 12 points in just the second half.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Picked by Isaac. Fires the 3. And that's good. Contavious Caldwell Pope for 3. And now it's a 9-point Orlando lead. Duren, the screen. To the inside. Shakes him. It's hauled in by Isaac. Here's Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Fires for three. Isaac. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Duren. Hardaway from outside. And again, the Pistons missing.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage. At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Cunningham. And he converts the layup. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 16-5 run. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Nice execution, especially in close. Caldwell Pope showing he's more than just a player that likes it on the perimeter.
Here's Duren. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Banchero. Caldwell Pope for three. And so Orlando takes the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So alongside Grant Hill.
Go for the knees, then go for the... Don't miss or your campaign is over. So long adieu, say sayonara. Who's gonna topple the king? Better all the knights, all the bishops. No one draws a sword, says a prayer. King Moose is gonna move strong against you. King Moose is 5 steps ahead of you. King Moose is gonna move faster.
I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this P. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight's gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She tryna talk about rovers, it's over, I'm tryna bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta ski real soon, tryna pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, tryna get big checks and the cash flow speed. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man, it's looking all hot. Tell the youth just stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the ends with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're.
2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Okongwu down low. And no good. On offense, here are the Spurs. To the inside. Reza Shea with the steal. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Fox driving inside. Vassell outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Down low. Here's Barnes. Good D by Johnson.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right and you still get a bad result.
Now, here is Young. Drills the three-pointer.
And most of the time, you expect Young's three ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
From outside the arc, kept alive by Atlanta. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Tight ball fake there. Young using it to create contact, and we know he's a terrific free throw shooter.
And so Young nails them both. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Finished off the break. Young's got 9 points. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Now, here's Fox. Scoreless thus far. Clock is at 3. To end the run. And it's Fox with the jam.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
Here's Johnson. Here's Okongwu. And that one drops. Okongwu's now got his second basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 9. Over in the corner, Barnes. Back to Fox. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Young with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. Johnson, good.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Spurs making a switch here. Ball outside. He's looking for Sohan and finds him. Vassell, no good.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Pass to Okongwu. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Clint Capella. George Niang.
Capella with it.
Karis LeVert.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Atlanta making a switch here.
San Antonio ball. Now into the lineup for the Hawks.
Spurs trail by 11. It's stolen by Capella. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Capella draws the double. 3-pointer, LeVert. Wembanyama with the rebound. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. To the middle. Over in the corner, Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Plugs it up for Wembanyama. And another turnover here by San Antonio.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And here's LeVert. Niang with the ball. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 11. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
Spurs trail by 11. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Now, here's Paul. No scoring in this one. Pass to Wembanyama. Riza with the steal. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard. Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And San Antonio has possession. Inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's a routine play for Paul. He's not going to miss the open man.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Now, here's LeVert. Pocket 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Krejci following the bucket by the Spurs. Rejection by Wembanyama. Ball outside. Drives to the hoop. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And the Hawks making a change here.
Substitution on board.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now LeVert, still without a basket. Here's Niang. Here he goes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here.
Oh, my goodness. Wembanyama delivers the hammer.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Here's Niang. Back to LeVert. To the paint. To the inside. The kick out to Young. Pass to Niang. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup. Niang's got 4 points this quarter.
And an excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Wembanyama, a screen. And it's Paul penetrating. And Wembanyama too much inside.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Young. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Over in the corner, Paul. Going inside. Now Wembanyama. That one goes in. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Sohan, and the layup's good off the glass. Sohan's got the lead up to 1 now for the Spurs.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
That one falls. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Well, that's his bread and butter. Getting downhill, attacking. What a great mindset.
Niang, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Young outside. LeVert in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And again, unable to change momentum here. Fox inside the 1. And the Spurs scoring again.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. San Antonio with the ball. Now, here's Fox. Driving in. And it's Barnes at the elbow. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Johnson. The Hawks trail by 7. Down low. Here's Okongwu. That one good for 2. Okongwu's now got 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. D.A., thanks. Inside. Here's Okongwu. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Okongwu's now got 4 points this quarter. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here's Fox. He has 6. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson surveying the floor. Young for three. Rebounded by Castle.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The kick out to Fox. Wide open. Buries the jump shot. Fox has got 8 points. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And Young, here we go. And here's Daniels. Still yet to score. Lays it up off the glass.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Wembanyama left side. The kick out to Fox. Over Young. Okongwu grabs the board.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And that one is good.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Outside, Fox. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And you just have to have an appreciation how under control Fox plays. I like watching him work the ball through the D in that pick and roll.
Back to Niang. A rebound by the Spurs. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Sinks the triple. And it's a 6-point San Antonio lead.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Takes it inside. The wide open look here for Fox. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 6. Okongwu's shot is good. 14 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul.
Second team.
Barnes the screen. To the middle. Stolen away. Niang with the ball. Started now by Barnes. Man. Good on the three-point shot. And it's now only a 1-point Spurs lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length. He's a factor there in the paint.
And he makes both free throws. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Niang. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Niang's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Fox from outside. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the Spurs. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Hawks trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
Pass to Champagny. Fast break, the Hawks to take the lead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
They grabbed their own miss. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Another shot. Back to Sohan. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Atlanta with it. Floats one up. He lays it in. And that's 18 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the shot is good from Johnson.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Now, he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Several teams changing it up here. Young left side. Pass to Capella. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Inside. Kicks it out to Paul. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Niang. Count that one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Here's Fox. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Pass to Capella. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Lobbed up there for Fox. Young with the steal. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
That one misses for Young.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
So both teams making some changes here. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. The Hawks again can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Even in his rookie season, it's easy to see Castle's leadership.
The Hawks trail by 3. Kicks it out to Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Fox looking it over.
And for a player of his size, Fox not afraid to take some contact to get to the line. He'll do it every chance he gets.
At the line for your Spurs.
He throw good, Fox. And the Spurs making a change here. And so he hits both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Johnson the screen. And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
The Hawks leading by 3. .136 left to play here in the fourth. To shoot. A rebound by the Spurs. In the corner, Sohan with it. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. There's the triple. .102 left here in the fourth quarter. Covered. Again, Young missing. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Barnes outside. Here's Wembanyama. Money!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
High post Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Jumps up. Yes!
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow. A play that might come to define this game.
That might be the play of the game.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. What do you think we're going to see here?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic play.
get irrational. I cannot talk to you just like them when they mad at you. I overwork and do I don't have to do. Stumble and stagger through, dodge all the and dodge all that. To working these and blessing them so long, I might as well take a sabbatical. I tell the truth like a polygraph in the booth, like these rappers do when they, cause they feel like they having to. System is not a system, it's a trap for you. It's our season, yeah, Larry June. Shine when you drop it very soon. I get to transforming under every moon. When they bury me, they gotta bury tunes. I'm just one kid in, I can't be. When you see me out, just know I'm the richest Ross rich off in every room.
Yeah. What up? Know myself and every time it's a hit.
Know myself every time it's a hit.
This might be the greatest.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
Yeah, I got my hand on the button. If I press the button, I turn everything into nothing. They'll talk behind your back and in your face to be frontin'. I be with the team, we gon' score way over 100. Yeah, I'm the only one to count this money. You can't give me nothing and you can't take nothing from me. Got a girl to shake something for me. When she to the ground, you gon' have to walk around. Walk, walk, walk.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
Yeah, you know the name of the game. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta pay me the same. We at Donovan's yard, see me up on the stage. I done did it before, I'm about to do it again. Whoa, I hit my two-step, then whoa. I'm counting blue strips like whoa. Girl, you got some on you, whoa. How you? Let me see you walk.
Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
Lost love, cause I refuse to find it. How you real, you cross me, when you know I'm solid. Wonder how you feel, like is it on your conscience? So deep, the pain ain't stopped, pain ain't